transverse septum line just like in the fish, right? And so it marks epaxial above, hypaxial below. All right. Now, on your muscle list for the trunk muscles, it asks you to find the dorsalis trunci. Well, once we get away from fish into more complex terrestrial vertebrates, what happens is we get into more and more specific terminology for muscle groups. Epaxial and hypaxial now are general terms. Epaxial for above, hypaxial for below. In the Mudpuppy, the epaxial muscle groups are the dorsalis trunci. So this set of muscles that go from the top of the head all the way to the tail, above that transverse septum, that's all dorsalis trunci. The dorsalis trunci muscles are the epaxial muscles. Now below the transverse septum, you have your external obliques. The hypaxial muscles you can see are the external obliques. Then it has you look for the internal obliques and the transverses. There is a diagram in your packet. It's this one here, where if you look at the top illustration, what they're showing you is a cutaway for progressively deep layers of the oblique muscles. The external obliques are the ones in the surface. If you look at your Mudpuppy, look at the orientation, so mine's facing me. The external obliques, the fibers of those muscles go from top to down to the back, right? And you can see that on that diagram. The orientation of the fibers matters. If you use your scalpel and forceps to lightly tease away the surface layers of those oblique muscles, what you'll find is another layer deeper, you'll find a separate layer where the fibers go in opposite directions. That's the internal obliques. If you keep going one layer deeper, you'll find another layer that goes in a circumferential, straight up and down around the body. That's the transverses. So there's 3 layers deep of these hypaxial muscles. External oblique, internal, transverses. Right? So carve away a couple of these myomere sections under that midline and find those layers.